The last time we gave you a 2019 NFL mock draft, it was all about prospect stock fluctuating based on results and rumors from the NFL Combine. Now we can account for the major events that shook things up from the team's perspectives in NFL free agency. The biggest development was the Browns giving up their first-rounder to the Giants in a trade for Odell Beckham Jr., with New York now picking twice in round 1, at No. 17, some aftershocks have been sent across the board. More NFL free agency winners. NFL Mock Draft 2019 1. Arizona Cardinals Kyler Murray, QB, Oklahoma. Murray squashed plenty of questions about his undersized frame by measuring better than expected, 5'10", 207 pounds, 9.5-inch hands, at the Combine. His dynamic playmaking, backed by smarts and accuracy, has the Cardinals locked on Murray going to work in a Cliff Kingsbury passing offense suited to him, assuming they can move 2018 first-rounder Josh Rosen. Don't be fooled by Arizona's modest presence at Murray's pro day. Team officials know him well at this point. To San Francisco 49ers, Nick Bosa, Ohio State. Bosa would be a no-brainer for the 49ers if he were to fall to them. Pro Bowl tackle DeForest Buckner had a breakout pass rush season, and fellow first-rounder Solomon Thomas found another gear after he slid inside. Bosa is a sleek edge force, 6'4", 266 pounds, with even more upside than that of brother Joey. 3 New York Jets Josh Allen, OLB, Kentucky. The Jets need to get their edge pass rush going for new defensive coordinator Greg Williams. Allen was productive in college and is loaded with the kinds of moves that will allow him to continue racking up sacks in the NFL. He also is capable of making plays in coverage. For Oakland Raiders, Quinnen Williams, DT, Alabama. The Raiders would be in play for Allen, but if he's gone, they would be fine making this pick for their defensive front. Williams is a massive, 6'3", 303 pounds, and explosive inside disruptor. It's hard to ignore his Aaron Donald-like potential after his meteoric rise through his final college season. 5. Tampa Bay Buccaneers Montez Sweat, OLB, Mississippi State. Sweat crushed his combine workouts, running the 40-yard dash in 4.41 seconds and recording a vertical of 36 inches, which is ridiculous at his size, 6'6", 260 pounds. He translates that into relentless pursuit of the passer, and Todd Bowles will put him in positions to produce in a 3-4 defense right away. NFL Draft, all-time greatest draft steals 6. New York Giants Jawan Taylor, OT, Florida. Taylor, 6'5", 312 pounds, offers agility, smarts and technique to handle most athletic edge rushers. He has been rising up boards as scouts have realized he is not just relegated to right tackle, he can thrive better than anyone else in this class on the left side. For the Giants, though, he would be a major upgrade at right tackle to round out their line makeover that includes Nate Solder, Will Hernandez, Spencer Pulley and Kevin Zeidler. 7 Jacksonville Jaguars DK Metcalf, WR, Ole Miss. The Jaguars need a true number 1 outside to help Nick Foles stretch the field and complement rising slot ace D.D. Westbrook. Metcalf lived up to his reputation as a beast, 6'3", 228 pounds, at the Combine with his blazing 40-yard dash time, 4.33, high number of bench press reps, 27, and amazing vertical, 40.5 inches. He is a classic size, speed prospect, and then some. 8 Detroit Lions Rashawn Gary, DT, Michigan. Gary, a versatile defender, can produce even better in Matt Patricia's scheme than he did with the Wolverines. He uses his hands, power and big frame, 6'4", 277 pounds, to occupy run blockers. He also has some intriguing inside pass rush ability. 9. Buffalo Bills Jonah Williams, OT, Alabama. The Bills got more receiving help for Josh Allen in free agency with John Brown, Cole Beasley and Tyler Kroft to add to Robert Foster and Zay Jones, so they can focus on upgrading left tackle to complete a line overhaul that already includes Mitch Morse, Spencer Long and Ty Nshek. Williams is a strong pass protector who also is big enough, 6'4", 302 pounds, to pave the way in the running game. 10. Denver Broncos Dwayne Haskins, QB, Ohio State. John Elway has his new bridge QB in Joe Flacco, but he still needs to consider a first-rounder in 2019. Haskins cemented his draft stock late in the Buckeyes season, when he had some jaw-dropping games with his big arm and downfield accuracy. He has ideal size, 6'3", 231 pounds, as a strong pocket passer with the right dose of athleticism. That checks the right boxes for Elway. NFL Draft Best First-Round Pick since 2011. Cincinnati Bengals T.J. Hawkinson, Tay, Iowa. The Bengals are retaining only C.J. Uzomah at the position in free agency, and new offensive-minded coach Zach Taylor could use a big-time receiver and inline blocker to help Andy Dalton and Joe Mixon while complementing A.J. Green and Tyler Boyd. Hawkinson can be the next great all-around player at the position with his hands, physicality, smarts and agility. At 6'5", 251 pounds, he lived up to his billing at the Combine. 12. Green Bay Packers Devin White, ILB. LSU White covers a ton of ground against the run, and also would upgrade the Packers' intermediate coverage. He is easily the rangiest defender in the 2019 class and will thrive under Mike Pettine to round out the Packers' front seven makeover. White showed off his elite speed and athleticism at the Combine in a compact package, 6'0", 237 pounds. 13. Miami Dolphins Clelin Ferrell, Clemson. The Dolphins have a void at end after Cameron Wake left for the Titans, and they need a versatile cornerstone for Brian Flores' defense. Ferrell is the best of the Clemson defensive line prospects because his size, 6'4", 264 pounds, makes him a good outside run stopper to add to his explosiveness as a pass rusher. 14. Atlanta Falcons at Oliver, DT. Houston. The only question with Oliver, and a tough one for many teams, is what position he fits best on the defensive line. He has become more of an end tackle tweener in many scouts' eyes rather than the pure inside force that is Quinnen Williams, thus the separation on the board. But with Coach Dan Quinn taking over the defense in Atlanta again, he would know how to use Oliver's versatility in the Michael Bennett vein. 15. Washington Redskins Daniel Jones, QB. Duke Jones has all-around, pro-tailored skills to go with his ideal size, 6'5", 221 pounds, built up by NFL-friendly tutelage from Peyton and Eli Manning mentor David Cutcliffe. Jones also has the tough makeup that makes him a good successor to Alex Smith, with Case Keenum serving as only bridge insurance. NFL Draft Biggest Busts in Draft History. 16. Carolina Panthers Andre Dillard, OT, Washington State. Dillard backed up a big week of Senior Bowl practices with an impressive combine performance. His athleticism was on full display to prove that, at 6'5", 315 pounds, he is the smoothest pass protector in this class. With the edge rushers not lining up for the Panthers in this slot, they instead can go for someone who will keep those guys away from Cam Newton and his recovering shoulder. 17. New York Giants, from Browns, Greedy Williams, CB, LSU. The Giants might need to part with this pick should they trade for Rosen, but for now, they should be fine stealing the draft's best cornerback to fill a big need. Williams is a long, lean corner, 6'2", 185 pounds, who has rare speed, quickness and agility for his size. He is not the most physical player, but he is fundamentally sound in coverage, and he uses his length at the line of scrimmage to break up routes. 18. Minnesota Vikings Cody Ford, G. Oklahoma. The Vikings desperately need to improve their interior blocking around center Pat Elflein. Ford is a raw lineman better suited for guard who can first be a big asset in run blocking before rounding into a physical pass protector. Dalvin Cook and Kirk Cousins should approve. 19 Tennessee Titans, Christian Wilkins, DT, Clemson. The Titans have a need on D&P's three-man front with Benny Logan unsigned. Wilkins can line up everywhere and is equally effective stopping the run outside and getting to the QB inside. He measured 6'3", 315 pounds, and tested as well as advertised at the Combine. 20 Pittsburgh Steelers, Devin Bush, ILB, Michigan. Bush did his best to match White athletically at the Combine, and the Michigan product proved his size, 5'11", 234 pounds. Ryan Shazier was not much bigger, and Bush could have a similar impact in Pittsburgh. NFL Draft, each team's worst ever at grade 21. Seattle Seahawks Dalton Risner, OT, Kansas State. The Seahawks need to upgrade from 2016 first-round disappointment German Ifedi at right tackle, and left tackle Dwayne Brown is 33. Risner is a technically sound lineman with a mean streak to pair with his physicality. He is being undersold as a pass blocker, but he is already a huge 6'3", 308 pounds asset in the running game. 22. Baltimore Ravens Marquise Brown, WR, Oklahoma. After releasing Michael Crabtree and letting John Brown walk, the Ravens can start to think wideout more with Lamar Jackson in mind. Aptly nicknamed Hollywood for his Florida hometown, Brown has plenty of flash as a field stretcher. At 5'9", 166 pounds, he has elite vertical speed and great quickness coming in and out of routes. Brown missed the Combine and the Sooners Pro Day coming off Lisfranc surgery, but he should be good to go for the heat of the off-season program. 23 Houston Texans Josh Jacobs, RB, Alabama. The Texans need to upgrade their running game with Lamar Miller slowing down and Deonta Foreman being a durability concern. Jacobs, 5'10", 220 pounds, is the best bet of any feature-type back early in the draft. There's a bit of Ezekiel Elliott in him. He's a smart, complete back who runs with great vision and power, and he is equally elusive as an outside runner and receiver. 24. Oakland Raiders, from Bears, Brian Burns, the OLB, Florida State. Burns had 15.5 sacks in his final Seminoles season and was a borderline first-rounder until the Combine, where he arrived bulked up at 6'5", 245 pounds without showing a drop-off in his explosiveness. Coach Dion Gruden and GM Mike Mayock would be thrilled to get Burns and Quinn and Williams for their front. 25 Philadelphia Eagles DeAndre Baker, CB, Georgia. The Eagles can fill their final short-term defensive need here given Ronald Darby is a free agent. Baker has a smart, physical, press coverage presence to compensate. He backed up his size, 5'11", 193 pounds, with good speed at the Combine. NFL Draft, ranking first-round QBs since 2026. Indianapolis Colts Dexter Lawrence, DT, Clemson. The Colts can think about best player available here to add beef to their defensive front under Matt Eberflus. Lawrence is a textbook inside run stuffer with ideal size, 6'4", 342 pounds. 27. Oakland Raiders, from Cowboys, Drew Lock, QB, Missouri. The Raiders might thinking about Murray early should the Cardinals pass on him, but don't be shocked if Oakland goes QB later in the first round to upgrade from Derek Carr and make better use of new weapons Antonio Brown and Tyrell Williams. Lock has a big arm to go with his ideal size at 6'4", 228 pounds. He also has the fearlessness and elusiveness every NFL likes in an aggressive, downfield passer. 28. Los Angeles Chargers Jerry Tillery, DT, Notre Dame. At 6'6", 295 pounds, Tillery was a beast as a 3 technique in college, and he backed it up with a stellar Combine. He matured with his play and temperament to unleash his pass rush skills in his final season with the Irish. 29 Kansas City Chiefs Byron Murphy, CB, Washington. The Chiefs were unable to keep Steven Nelson in free agency. Murphy is a smooth, fluid coverman. What he gives up in size and press potential, 5'11", 190 pounds, he makes up for in speed, aggressiveness and ball-hawking skills. 30. Green Bay Packers. From Saints, Irv Smith, Alabama. Smith is a technically sound run blocker and route runner who has shown vertical receiving juice to go with compact size, 6'2", 242 pounds. He delivered a strong enough combine to place himself behind Hawkinson as the draft's second-best tight end. After getting White, the Packers can focus on a key offensive need with this pick. 31. Los Angeles Rams. Jalen Ferguson, OLB. Louisiana Tech. Wade Phillips should see a little Von Miller light in Ferguson, who shows some explosive pass rush moves and has been productive in that area. He will be able to stay on the field in the NFL as a big, 6'5", 259 pounds, natural run stopper on the edge. 32. New England Patriots. Trayvon Mullen, CB. Clemson. Mullen has rebounded from an up-and-down final season with the Tigers to show off his great potential, strengthened by the combine many expected. His size, 6'1", 199, speed, 4.46 in the 40-yard dash, and physicality make him the type of well-rounded prospect the Patriots like.